Howdy, Mr. Bachta,
How you doing?
or Dr. Bogarty.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. This is Bertel.
Hey,
Hey, how are you doing?
doing good.
Awesome. I'm glad y'all came in today. Suzette, I was able to study your case last night, and good news, I can most definitely help you. It is something that we deal with all the time.
Awesome.
Before we get into the hows, whats, and all those kind of things, I'm going to talk to Jay a little bit more about what it is that I do so we can all be on the same page.
Okay.
Jay, I brought this for you. Kind of helps just solidify a little bit more what it is that I do. I'm a nervous system doctor, is what I do. The nervous system is comprised of the brain and all these yellow lines coming out, which are called the nerves. So those two things make up the nervous system. What I have over here, this little diagram, which will help kind of simplify it a little bit in my mind, is you have these two circles. You have the brain and you have the body. And then you have all these lines in between, which are those equivalent to those yellow nerves.
Okay.
These are the spinal nerves coming out of the brain to the body. There's trillions of them. So that they are what is in essence the highway or the pathway between the brain and the body. So all the communication is what flows down there. So this is how your brain talks to your body, is through all these nerves. And they go everywhere. So what would happen, do you think, if I were to take your head off? How do you think you would be able to function?
Well, I don't know. There would be no brain.
Exactly. No brain, so no function.
Okay.
So what do you think happens when you have an interference like this little black line? If I were to draw straight through half of these nerves, what do you think would happen to the function of the body?
I guess there wouldn't be like any communication going on.
Exactly. So the communication that these specific nerves are going to in the body would be dampened or reduced. Because the body is great at adapting. It will find another way to get to that section of your body if the most efficient ones are blocked. But my job as a chiropractor is to come in and remove those interferences. And we call those interferences subluxations.
Okay.
And so subluxations can be caused, or the interferences in that communication can be caused by stresses. And there's three major types of stresses. There are physical stresses, emotional stresses, and chemical stresses. Chemical stresses are like nutrition. So it's like the things that you put into your body. And like toxins and stuff like that, or alcohol, things that don't react well to your body that can cause these interferences or subluxations. There are physical stresses, which are like getting hit by a bus. Yet while I cannot help you adapt to getting hit by a bus, I will do my best. But we're not Superman, so we can't do that.
Yeah.
But things such as slipping on ice, or just like missing a step and jarring a little bit, your body being able to adapt to those stresses are what I'm going to be able to help you do by removing interferences so your body can function optimally. And then there's the emotional stresses, which are the mental stresses. So everyone gets mentally fogged and those kind of things. And everyone understands what stress is when there's no actual physical things beating down on us.
Right.
So all those things cause subluxations and cause interference. That's what I, as a doctor of chiropractic, are here to remove so the body can function and heal properly. Because I don't do anything, the body does everything itself. I'm just here to remove the interference, that way the body can optimally function at its highest ability.
I'll probably have a bunch of those.
Yeah, you probably do.
Stress causes it.
Yeah, dang right. Do you have any questions though for me?
No.
And you can keep that, you can show your friends off and tell them all you've learned.
Alright, cool.
Cool.
Nervous system, right?
Nervous system, exactly. Alright, Suzette, so last time you told me that your issue was in your right hip, the front of your right hip, correct? And from what I recall, you said that you can't seem to ever get it to loosen up, no matter how much you stretch or warm up. It's
Yes.
just constantly there.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that lines up with what we did, with what we found from last time. Remember last time when we took those scans down your back?
Mm-hmm.
So what that scan did, just like last time I tell you, Jay, it just measures basically the activity of the muscle on either side of the spine. And as going down, you see how they kind of follow this pattern. That's good. That's what you want. And then all of a sudden it gets here and it goes way off on this side.
Yeah.
That to me is showing me that this could be a cause of your issue, which makes sense because the nerves that are coming out of these spinal segments, just like in that chart, control the portions of your body right there. So that's why you could be having, your muscles are activating more on this side than they are on this side. So your brain has that imbalance. It's not being able to tell which muscles to turn off or which muscles to turn on.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. That, plus your x-rays, has helped me to develop a treatment plan that I'm going to do for you. And in that treatment plan, we are going to adjust you every time you come in. We're gonna do some exercises with you, and then that you can do at home, and then do some taping. The
Okay.
adjustments will be to specifically, I use a specific analysis every time you come in to make sure I'm hitting the correct spinal segments. And with those adjustments, we'll do exercises which are going to be helping to retrain your body, how to adapt, and how to, biomechanically move. And by biomechanics, I mean how the body's supposed to move. So right now your body's been adapting to the pain, so it's been moving in a different pattern, something that's not as easily done, something that uses more energy. So like instead of if you're driving from here to your house, if there's a roadblock and you're having to go around it, you're having to waste more gas getting to your house. The other way, instead of being most efficient, going straight through that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So what my job is to help your body to retrain that, because I'm going to remove the roadblock, and you're going to be able to go right back on that old path. But we're going to have to retrain that path. That way you can function optimally, and we're going to use tape to help that as well.
Okay.
So that's what we're going to do. I want to see you for a minimum of 24 visits, and I stress minimum because that's how long I believe it's going to take to get this issue under control and then start progressing back to the way you were before. That way you can function optimally, compete, do whatever it is you do. I'm not really sure. So here is a layout of our prices. And so as you can see, each of our adjustments are $65 a piece. The IST stands for intersegmental traction, which is equivalent. It's a machine that you're going to lay down for 10 minutes. And once you get off, you're going to, your paraspinals, the muscles that I measured last time, are going to get exercised equivalent to you exercising by yourself for 30 minutes.
Okay.
We're also going to laser your spine while you're doing it, which promotes healing in the body. So you're going to be able to get better results quicker. Just like with the exercises we're also going to do, which are also $15. They're going to help you to be able to get results quicker, and they're going to be able to last longer. Because retraining your body, you're going to be able to train your body to keep those interferences from coming back. You can be able to keep those highways open as well as you can, because your muscles are going to be balanced on either side. You're going to be in a state of ease instead of dis-ease.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Cool. So as we go through that, we're going to do 24 visits minimum. For the beginning of your treatment, I'm going to see you twice a week, at least twice a week.
Okay.
That can progress down to one time a week. Once we feel like you're getting there, we may not even see that in the first 24 visits, but it's very likely. So we have 3 different payment options right here, and my front desk will be more than happy to go over these with you if you have any questions.
Okay.
But if you don't have any other questions outside of that, we can go ahead and get started on the first visit.
Nice.
All right?
Yes.
Let's get going.
Okay.